The existence of certain creatures is a direct slap in the face to every textbook. On December 22, 1938, a South African trawler pulled up a bizarre fish. Fishermen gathered around it, completely unable to identify what it was. Instead of normal fins, this fish had 4 legs, thick and fleshy, resembling a salamander's limbs. Its scales were heavy bony plates, clicking and scraping as its body wriggled. Museum curator Marjorie rushed over upon receiving the call, took one 3-second look, and turned pale, seeing features that belonged strictly inside fossils. Weeks later, biologist Smith confirmed a mind-blowing truth. This was a coelacanth, a species declared extinct 66 million years ago. But what truly gives people chills is that this fish never went extinct at all. It quietly lived in the deep sea for 65 million years, rendering top science extinction databases total junk instantly. A single pregnancy takes 5 long years, with a lifespan stretching up to a century. A joint hinge sits right in its skull, proving our deep-sea knowledge might be wrong all along. Within bony fish lineage came lobe-finned fish, spreading across oceans back in the Devonian. Some crawled ashore, slowly evolving into tetrapods, eventually paving the way to humans, but the coelacanth branch never stepped onto land. It locked ancient skeletons in cold, dark waters as the late Cretaceous asteroid wiped out marine stars into history. Coelacanth fossil layers went dead quiet after that line, leaving no broken bones or scale prints in rocks, staying silent for over 60 million years. Museum labels stamped it fully extinct, and classrooms treated it as a closed case. Yet silent stones don't mean empty oceans. Humans just couldn't reach that darkness back then. In 1938, that strange fish at the South Africa dock slapped human arrogance right in the face. The genus Latimeria honors Marjorie Courtney Latimer, while its species name points to the Columna River, giving scientific history real human warmth. Soft tissues ruin quickly, but photos and bones let Smith publish in Nature by 1939, proving this wasn't just finding a new fish, but shattering the entire reasoning chain on the spot, forcing us to accept lineages can live without leaving fossils. A deeper embarrassment was our habit of treating unseen as non-existent. Most ray-finned fish float with delicate thin fins, but thick fleshy fins extend below this fish's shoulder blades, with bone arrangements matching your arm and forearm perfectly. It shuns speed, walking through cold water on low power, alternate diagonal fins driving movement step by step, steady as a land tetrapod walking silhouette. An intracranial joint serves as its second ID card. Its snout and forehead tilt upward together to open wide, rather than just dropping its lower jaw down. When feeding, its whole face splits open and shuts. A feeding style vanished millions of years ago in evolutionary records. Scales are so thick they make clicking bone noises when rubbing, swimming like tapping light bone plates by your ear. Dark blue skin is covered in white spots, heavy-bodied yet built to withstand extreme water pressure. It never chases prey, using slow drifting to suppress metabolic heat, treating time as its ultimate winning chip. This build would be eliminated quickly in shallow waters, but rocky drop-offs hundreds of meters down became its sanctuary. Rather than staying unchanged, it turned ancient traits into a master skill. Habitats sit along steep volcanic island reefs, close offshore yet feeling like an alien planet, with no sunlight script or flashy chasing hunts. A jelly-filled organ hides inside its snout, with tiny pores dotting its skin surface, nerve cells listening against walls, picking up subtle electric fields from muscle movements as coordinates. Sharks and rays also hunt with electric fields, but took a completely different evolutionary path. The coelacanth's toolkit is older, yet perfect for slow drifting. The moment electric signatures of squid or small fish appear, it hovers head down, waiting for currents to push prey close. In deep-sea footage, it never acts in speed thrillers, playing a slow-motion assassin instead. Humans cleared the dark with sonar and submersibles, but it was already operating in that darkness. Every time a camera focuses on it, shore-based taxonomy gets a fresh reality check. It is ovoviviparous. Eggs hatch inside the mother before giving birth to near-adult juveniles. Females carry multiple large eggs, each as big as a fruit held in your hand. The cost is a double freeze on time and energy. In 2021, researchers scanned scale growth rings using polarized light, tearing apart old assumptions of it being like normal big fish. Sexual maturity gets pushed to around 55 years. Single pregnancy stretches to nearly 5 full years, with max lifespan reaching close to a century. These numbers turn slow from an adjective into a survival strategy, while stretching protection windows extremely wide. Before juveniles grow up, mothers might have guarded them for half a lifetime. Once human fishing and specimen desires press down, recovery speeds are far harsher than shallow fish. So discussing why it survived requires discussing why it's vulnerable now. In 1997, Mark Erdman walked through a North Sulawesi fish market on his honeymoon. Casual photos taken by his wife didn't trigger screams at first, but zooming in sent chills down his spine. That silhouette shouldn't exist outside known ranges. Subsequent surveys secured another specimen off Manado Tua Island. Genetics and morphology spoke together. The new species described in 1999 had split from West Indian Ocean types, diverging across scales of tens of millions of years. For 60 years, the world thought only one remnant species existed, yet photos proved parallel stories hid in deep-sea corridors. Marine regions of two countries sit far apart, with silent unknown basins between. If both spots independently pulled up living specimens, unmapped reefs likely hold many more secrets. Sonar nets never spread grand hauls for such slow fish, while trawling counts often recorded as zero. Zero is often just a counting failure, not a clean ocean floor. The phrase living fossil easily earns social likes, but leads the public right into a trap. Living Latimeria isn't the exact same species from the Devonian. Its genes are still recombining, its body still fine-tuning. What's ancient is the overall blueprint, not stopped time. What really hurts is human methodology. Humans love mistaking fossil stops for life stops, but 60 million quiet years remind us absence of evidence is never evidence of absence. Textbooks will update, databases will change statuses, yet the deep sea only replies to patient souls. It never stepped off the planetary stage, just retreated to seats humans couldn't reach. Today it still drifts in dark waters above reefs, skull flexing to feed, carrying year-crossing eggs inside. It doesn't need to understand human mistakes, nor stop its tail fins for popular science, but humans must learn curiosity needs boundaries, and responsibility exists beyond the lens. The story ends here with no magical finale, only turning down arrogance and refocusing our sense of awe. The coelacanth's survival was never a miracle slap, but us finally admitting there are still too many unread pages below the surface.